This is Larry. This is day 22 of the May Leetcode Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Oh, it's a new week. And here we go. Sort characters by frequency. Given a string, sort it in decreasing order based on the frequency of the characters. Okay, so tree first. What's the tiebreaker? RT both appear once. Okay, so actually we can return any we could return any character for, or we could return characters in any order if they have the same sorting order. Okay, but as long as all the strings are together. Okay, so in Python this is straight. Ooh, I was gonna say this should be easy, but I wasn't sure how I had to read it through to see what the capital A and the not capital A treated, and apparently it's in two different characters. So okay, so because given this statement is actually not super clear, but that's okay, that's easy. So let's do it. So now what I always like to do in Python is use this thing called collections.counter. It's just basically a dictionary with a little bit a few helpers that deals with the counting of things. So let's just do counters is equal to collections dot counter capitals as, and basically this will it should convert everything to a dictionary of already based on its parts and its the frequency that it comes in. So we could kind of see this, right? So this is actually it's a bit of a cheat. And also on an interview, I probably would not recommend this, but this is how I would do it in comparative programming. And I just ran the code just to visualize for you what it looks like. But yeah, but as you can see, this is, this is a great help in comparative programming. In if you're doing an interview, it's two or three for loop, or 2 or 3 lines of code with a for loop, right? So I urge that you probably do that. But anyway. I just wanted to slow down just to show you why I do, because sometimes I get questions about counter. But yeah, but that's what happens. And then now we can just sort the string that way, right? So now we could do s.sort. Key is equal to, is this the right syntax? Key is equal to lambda of x for each character. We just sort it by counters of x. And then now we could just return s. Right? Oh, S. Oops. I guess I have to convert S to a list. Or actually, I think we could just use sorted, maybe. Typo. Oh, well, in this case, because we want it from decreasing order, so we can change the key to just be negative to invert it. If you're fancy, you could just sort it like this and then reverse it. It's the same, huh? Oh, we sorted this, but return. So a lot of potential mistakes, even if you have 2 lines of code, but now it should be okay. Let's put the other test cases. Yeah, and of course, this is pretty straightforward, and let's submit. Oh no. Oh, we have to, oh yeah, that's right. I actually thought about this case when I was doing it, but I totally forgot about it. Um, because I was thinking about doing it the other way. But yeah, so I guess I should have tested more cases. That's definitely not great to do on stream. But yeah, what happens is that we sort it um, by the counter, and that should be mostly okay. But we actually also want to sorted by the character itself, so that this way you get to bunch them together. I was thinking about it, but I just forgot about it as I was doing it, which is unfortunate. It happens sometimes during contests. It happens sometimes during interviews. That's why you have to be careful and put in more test cases. And I was just a little bit lazy. Usually I put in more test cases. But yeah, as you can see, now it should be more okay. They bunch up together, and then let's submit again. Cool. Yeah, so definitely, it's a problem that I did in 2 lines of code, so it's pretty easy for, set the guy who got a wrong answer. But sometimes it is, as you can see, it's easy to also get overconfident. I mean, I got it done pretty much in a couple of minutes, but definitely, no matter what, add more test cases and add more stuff. On an interview, you have plenty of time, obviously, and on competitive programming, like 20 seconds of putting in, or maybe even a minute of putting in test cases will save you 5 minutes of penalty or 10 minutes of penalty, depending on what competitive programming you're doing. So yeah, so what is the complexity? What is the space? The time, the running time complexity is, well, this is O of n for n is equal to length of s, and then this is just sorting it. So this is n log n. Yeah, so and the space is O of n because we put everything in the counter. The question is, can you do better? Well, the answer is yes, actually, kind of, in the sense that you could do a counting sort where, well, essentially we have a sorting that's a comparison-based sort, and there's n log n, and there's no way to do better than that. But if you do a counting sort, then you can do it of technically linear time O of n, but it's O of n times the size of the alphabet, which in this case is at least 52. So log n is, in this case, would be smaller than 52, but of course there are additional constants and stuff like that. So those are things that I would talk about. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward for an interview and a competitive programming, so I would definitely just practice it. I mean, sorting comes into play everywhere, and knowing what to sort is critical. And you can see that, like, I've done probably like tens of thousands of sorting things in my career, and I still make a silly mistake with bunching them together and stuff like that, and things being stable. And because the other thing is that in Python, sorting is stable, and that's why if I had just tested one more, like any case, it would have shown me. Just so happens that for these cases, it was okay, and I was careless, clearly. But yeah, that's all I have for this forum. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.